My name is Mike Easley. I've been with L.J. Rogers since 2010. I worked at a steel company in Reedsville, North Carolina, and I was working in the plant running a machine until my buddies were going to truck driving school, and I was just listening to them talk about how excited they were about learning how to drive. And once I become a driver and got a Class A license, I probably doubled what I was taking home at that time, and that was like saying 80, 83. So that was another big factor of driving. I knew of L.J. Rogers. They originally started out a flatbed company hauling raw tobacco, and I guess that's how they really got into some of the stuff they haul now. And then, as they gravitated toward dry vans, which is what I was really more interested in, and then I checked into them. I went to work with them. I think this will be my 9th year in June, and I run a dedicated run from North Carolina to Indianapolis, Indiana, and back. Every other day I'm return back home. And I've been doing that for about 6 years. I've got a wife of 39 years this November, and I've got 3 children, 2 girls and a son. And the jobs I'd always looked and kind of chosen driving a truck were pretty much originate in North Carolina and come straight back. And it worked good for my family, so that's kind of what I've stayed with. We do a lot of drop and hook. So we don't have a lot of downtime, dock time, waiting around, sitting around like a lot of bigger companies. Here, most everything is 3 years old or less. I drive usually a year old or so truck, and then they rotate them out. They've spec'd them out with refrigerators. They've got inverters, so you can run things like coffee makers, microwave ovens, and flat screen TVs and stuff like that, to kind of make it a little more homely and comfortable for you. And we have what they call idle air. You don't have to have the truck engine running to have heat or air conditioning. It's like a family atmosphere. You can walk in anybody's office. We don't have locked doors. I've worked at places that had a little cubby hole that we spoke through and they handed us bills. You don't have that at L.J. Rogers. You can walk in, dispatch, talk to anybody. And that means a lot. It's a lot of weight. Just the fact that you can call in and you don't have to give them a truck number or a load number or location. They know your voice. They know you by name, and that's the way they conduct it. It's not a truck number. You just make you feel like you're a human being. My mother passed away 2 years ago, and Ronald Rogers, which is the president of the company, personally called me and offered his condolences, as well as our vice president of operations, which is Brad King. He did it also, as well as the dispatch. So that meant a lot. Trucking's not who I am, it's what I do for a living, and I just try to carry that. I enjoy driving a truck, and I enjoy being a truck driver, but that's not who I am. It's just the job that I chose to do for a career. Somebody that likes to travel and move around and get paid a decent wage, this would be the job for them. That's about as good as it gets.